The press excel at bayoneting the dead. That is an observation of Michael West's. I think it rings pretty true. How damning is it that the Fourth Estate think they're lions hunting prey, but in reality they're just hyenas that go and nibble on the carcasses of politicians taken out by other forces? But if they only bayonet the dead, why are the press going after Scott Morrison so much? Well, after all his f***ups, Scott Morrison may as well be dead. ScoMo pretty much killed himself, a feat remarkable in itself, as you know how difficult it is to become as unpopular amongst the press as Scott Morrison currently is while you're in the Liberal Party. I mean, to achieve what Scott Morrison achieved took a lot. A trip to Hawaii during the worst bushfires in modern Australian history, lying about the trip to Hawaii during the worst bushfires in modern Australian history, the worst public policy failure in modern Australian history, running quantifiably the most corrupt federal government in modern Australian history, ignoring all the health advice and forcing people to buy his mate's rapid antigen tests, not knowing the price of rats that he's helping his friends price gouge.
Can you tell me the price of a loaf of bread, a litre of petrol, and a rapid antigen test?
Now, I'm not going to pretend to you that I go out each day and I buy a loaf of bread and I buy a litre of milk. I'm not going to pretend to you that I do that. And I'll leave those sort of things to you, mate.
Then the next day pretending, oh miss, I didn't hear the question, can I have another go?
I didn't hear the question about rat. That's just the honest truth. Didn't hear it.
Despite the fact the first part of his answer to the question was saying the government can't pay for everything in reference to rapid antigen tests.
During the pandemic, you can't pay for everything.
Scott, here's a tip. If you lie, make sure it's not instantly obvious that it's a lie. Anyway, back to the list. Running an election campaign on the promise that it'll destroy free speech. Oh wait, sorry, the press actually really liked that one. Defending his aged care minister for skipping a crucial workday during a crisis and going to the cricket instead. Letting his pedophile protector spiritual mentor out of the country just before he was charged by the cops. Which, speaking of bayoneting the dead, I wonder if ex-police commissioner / neighbour of Scott, Mick Fuller, had anything to do with that. Allowing a former Attorney General to take $1 million bribe from secret donors to fight a free speech killing defamation suit and then helping the former Attorney General keep the donors secret. Managing to piss off our largest trading partner, China, then managing to piss off the country we ostensibly pissed off China for, the USA, and then getting cucked and exposed to be a liar by a frog. And who could forget the party of Jordan Belford aspirants giving $40 billion taxpayer dollars to companies that didn't need it? Scott Morrison's tenure as Prime Minister has mirrored his life before politics, a rolling series of gargantuan and easily avoidable f***ups that he never seems to get punished for, because although the press might have turned on him, it's going to take more than a temporarily snarky press pack annoyed that their European holidays were delayed to undo decades of institutional bias in the media against the Labor Party, meaning there's still a very good chance ScoMo will win the next election. He's only half dead. He's like Prometheus, the press swooping in every day to feast on his liver, and then his liver growing back every day as well.
Gladys said you were horrible,
It doesn't bother me! Gladys would have been much better as the bird in that analogy. Wouldn't make much sense, but she does look like an eagle that eats human liver. But yeah, it wouldn't work as the eagle has to remember to come back and eat Prometheus's liver every day. Gladys wouldn't be able to remember to do such a thing. I don't recall where Mount Kazbek is. Can I just have dinner with this property developer? Today's video was already half finished before the intro because I used all my time just trying to list all the major f***ups of ScoMo. I didn't even go into the smaller details. Scott Morrison is so incompetent, he even inadvertently manages to fuck up the format of my videos. So with not much time left, I thought I'd use the rest of the video as a big call to action. Australia has so much to lose if the Liberals win another term. It really would be a knockout blow to the Australia we used to recognise. So I'm going to give you some questions and facts that I have for a few members of Parliament that I want you to, from now until election day, comment these questions on their social media accounts. This is because, as much as the press have turned on ScoMo, pecking at a liver won't kill him. But maybe annoying Dave Sharma on Facebook will. Shut the f*** up, I'm not giving you stock tips! So yeah, we're starting with Wentworth MP Dave Sharma. Did you know he's really good at picking stocks? He's got an extensive portfolio. In fact, he always seems to pick stocks in companies that get nice amounts of help from the government. That's why in his social media posts, I've been asking him to give me some investment tips. In fact, a lot of people have been asking him for investment tips, yet he never seems to let any of his secret investing strategy out. Along with buying stocks in companies that get bailed out by his government, Dave also has a another lovely character trait, attempting to censor people who expose how he votes in Parliament. Sharma's really worried that if the sensitive people of Wentworth find out that his voting record is pretty much identical to Peter Dutton's, they might be a tad off-put. So he's been trying to smear the website They Vote For You because they dare accurately represent his voting record. So yeah, post images from They Vote For You about how Dave Sharma votes against all action on climate change. And Dave, I know you're watching this. Give me some f***ing investment tips! Just one! Stop hooking them all for yourself! I know you're watching! I know that you have the tips! Give me just one! I just want to know if Qantas is still a good bag. I'm hurt! Please. Anyway, the next clip we have is Gladys Liu and Chisholm. This one's easy. Ask her why she was a part of a Chinese Communist Party propaganda unit. Doesn't that truly expose the rank A morality of the Liberals? Scott Morrison refusing to kick a CCP asset out of his own party whilst posturing for war with China. Doesn't it become so obvious the Emperor's new clothes are off? The only reason he's posturing for war is to give defence contractors more cash.
So you hear that, Dave? Buy the jet, Dave! Buy the jet! I can get stuck, Tipster!
But yeah, just ask Gladys Liu if she wants war with China like Dutton does, and why she was in a CCP propaganda unit. And you can't call me xenophobic for this shit either, because remember, according to ASIO, I'm a bigger CCP asset than a literal CCP asset. Next we have the member for Goldstein, hedonism bot. Oh wait, sorry, Tim Wilson. You can ask Tim if he's cool with having Gladys Liu a CCP asset in the party. Oh, did someone say party? How delightfully devilish. But more importantly, why hasn't he resigned after he was exposed for using his public office to enrich his family? Fiona Martin in Reid, just ask her why she doesn't live in her electorate. She lives in East Ryde, pretty far away from her electorate. Could the Libs not find anyone in Reid, or is there a strange reason she got pre-selection? Peter Dutton, ask him about Snape. I hear he's an apologist. Nicole Flint, member for Boothby. Don't ask her anything, because she's a strong, brave woman who's never done anything wrong in her life, and her fashion sense is really good, guys, and it's just unfair the way she's been targeted. You wouldn't do this to a man. You definitely wouldn't ask her if she's using her public office to lobby for a job in the Murdoch press. Josh Frydenberg, asking why he's not doing anything on climate change. Michael Suker of Deakin, ask him about the branch stacking allegations levelled against him. Probably my favourite of the bunch. You should definitely ask Attorney General Michaelia Cash why she's going ahead with the political prosecutions of war hero David McBride and law hero Bernard Collaery. Ask her if it's because they exposed the corruption of her friends and political party. And last but not least, ask Scott Morrison why he's hell-bent on destroying freedom of speech in this country, and is it because he's sick of people pointing out his corruption and incompetence? Oh, and ask him, did he in certain elections get his team to spread rumours about his opponents, including one which purposefully and forcefully labelled them Indigenous because he thought less people would vote for an Aboriginal? And when he answers, who are you going to believe? Me or the man who's never told a lie? These are the battle lines. You need to continue to use your freedom of political communication relentlessly all over social media to ensure you still have freedom of political communication after the election. Don't do stupid posts that only get traction within a certain bubble. Do anything you can to ensure that people put the Liberals last. Join the Common Sense Brigade too, I've linked it in the bio. Godspeed.
Please share and comment below. Comment.